when a man cheats on a woman, is it good enough reason to walk away from the marriage?
If there's money.
Wait,
And vice versa.
let's give him all the girls' context.
Okay.
So
we're asking this in context.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's everything.
Okay, okay, there's a context to it. Okay.
Everything
Help us.
that a woman could possibly require or desire in a marriage is provided for by this man. So if she wants a man who will protect her, give her financial security, take good care of the children, be romantic, take her on dates, buy her gifts, pay money into her account, take good care of her, religious, goes to church, dresses well, smells good, you know, pretty much everything she wants. But he cheats on her. And this girl said, so he's not a chronic cheater, but he does it often. Every now and again, she finds out that he's done it, right?
Yeah.
She says it is not a good enough reason to want to leave the marriage.
Yes, so it comes back to the first question my dear asked. Why are you there? There are people who go into marriage with so many expectations, very high ones at that.
Like what?
Well, looking at the man, I know they are rich. Looking at where I'm coming from, there's nothing. I need something to get home. And that's an expectation that must be reached. There are other times too that you see, you want to attain an ambition. And looking at the man or the woman, you feel that there is money that could push you to get to where you want to be. That is also an expectation. There are other things like you need somewhere to sleep, you need a place, you need a car.
You're homeless.
Exactly. Not really homeless, but you see, there are people who don't have what it takes to be happy in life.
So they marry for convenience.
Thank you.
The
That
marriage
is
of convenience.
Yes, and there is also the marriage of sympathetic marriage, where people feel
my goodness.
like in our parlance, "Washemi mama ko school." So washemi mama ko school. What do I do to pay you back? Let me give you my body, enjoy it. Meanwhile, there are certain strings attached that you did not know, you didn't look at. So sometimes all these things come together, and so there are women who feel that, well, I need protection. And every woman wants protection in a relationship, in a marriage. The only thing the woman is looking for is protection. So all the things you said, he buys you a car, builds a house for you, puts money in your account, they are all protection that you need to make you feel happy. But in a relationship, you don't go into a relationship to look for protection. Because the
so it's
main
not a good
aim,
expectation.
Exactly. So the main aim of that relationship is for the two to be one. So we are going in an institution where we are going to be marked 100%. You bring 50%, the man brings 50% to be 100. And so we are looking at where we could bring our assets on the table. Then we begin to measure. What do we put together? What do we take away? What do we add? And all that. And so, yes, you could have all the things that the man could provide. You could have the car, you could have the house, but the man could still cheat because there is something that he is looking out for in a woman that he is not getting.
Is that the reason why men cheat? Because
Yes,
they're not getting
men
something?
cheat for so many reasons. We
Okay.
could cheat for emotional reasons, we cheat for financial reasons, we cheat for psychological reasons.
Some do it just for sport, you know.
No,
No?
no.
Okay.
The men who do for sports are in somewhere Norway. But in Ghana, I think that there are reasons why men cheat. And like I said, you met the woman who looks very, sweet, and within 2-3 years after birth, you could see a very bumpy woman, not like the one you saw in the beginning. It brings so much to mind. And when you see other ladies who are looking so sweet outside, you compare. Men do a lot of comparisons.
I see.
And we talk a lot. When we meet our friends who are in that same industry, we talk, we discuss, wanting to feel free, wanting to ease our minds from that pressure that we find at home. And so it's likely that a man could tell you something about the wife that you do not have in your wife. It could turn or change your mind to make you cheat. And I keep saying that cheating is not only leaving your wife or husband and sleeping with another man or a woman. That is not the only way to cheat. Even when you meet the woman and you feel, wow, that is cheating from the Bible. But I feel that men or women will only cheat when they do not have their expectations met. If you do not meet the expectation, so the man is looking for peace of mind in the relationship. Have you met that?
Is another person responsible for the other person's peace of mind? Can a human being guarantee another person's peace of mind?
Yes.
How?
That's where you start from Amos chapter 3, verse 3. I don't want to be religious. I'm not that
Please don't be,
religious.
yeah,
But
because
I want to build my emphasis on the foundation that two people cannot work when you do not agree. So let's agree that, yes, I am this, I am that. But because I want to be with you, let's put it here.
Okay. So you're a self-made man.
Yes, please.
And you've identified this woman that you want to be with. But you love others in skirts as well. The woman, in the period of the courtship, how long or short it was, knows how you are, is willing to make the entry at first.
Yes.
Is it possible that from that acceptance stage at the entry level, then there's some level of dissatisfaction in the course of the marital relationship?
Yes, it happens.
Why should that be?
Okay, so
You knew me before we entered this marriage.
yes. So there are times that people look at just the outward appearance. And there are women who could say that, this man doesn't have a future. In the next 5-10 years, you could see the man and you can't even call. That perception that most women have, they can tell your future in the next 5 years. They could tell what you could be. But in a relationship, that does not work. Because once you picture what you want to have in the man, you did not create the man. The man has his own metamorphosis or whatever it is called in his anatomy. And so you feel that when you meet a man or a woman, the first step that you feel is that, well, she's beautiful. But you could enter into the marriage 2, 3, or 4 months to come. Something could happen that could take away the beauty. What do you do from there? In the relationship with your mindset, when you enter it, there are certain things that come up that you did not prepare for. Because these days, most of us prepare for the ceremony and not the journey. And so when you concentrate too much on the ceremony, how people should come to eat, where your bridesmaids, your groomsmen, and all that, that is the most important thing for most of the youth now. And they forget that along the journey, along the line, there are things that you set up in your mind that you can't find in the marriage. And at that point, what do you do? Does it tell you that, well, if I don't have a man who could have sex with me for 1 hour, do I look for it outside? If I don't have a woman who could take me for long in bed, do I look for that satisfaction outside? And so if you want to have all your satisfaction in the marriage, you end up cheating, because human beings are not satisfied. You can't satisfy a person, but you can make a person have a peace of mind when you feel that, well, even though I can give you 100%, I could bring 50, you add your 50, and let's move on.
Is it always 50-50?
Yes, it has to be.
And there are times when your person is just 20 and you have to bring 80.
Yes, so we are here to build ourselves to become one. So if you have 20, that is your weakness. So if I have that strength to help you build the 20 to get 30 to make it 50, that is the responsibility of either side.
No, I'm saying sometimes you are just 20. Nobody can help you to get to 30 or 40. You're 20 now. Must the other person bring 80, or should they still have this expectation that, let me help you get to 50? Must you always bring the person to 50?
Yes, so intuitively you should know that this person is not a marriage material. When you try for some time and it's not working. Because not every woman is a marriage material. Likewise, not every man is
So
a
marriage is not for
exactly.
everyone.
I tell people like that.
See.
So people are in marriages that are not meant for them. And I tell people that people could best serve as side chicks and feel happy, have their peace of mind, have the houses they want to live in, than becoming real wives.
Wow.
Same way, men could be hanging around people's wives and feel happy than becoming the husbands themselves. It is natural. So you should know who you are. That is what I say.
Know thyself.
Exactly, man. Know thyself.
Okay.
If you know yourself, you will be able to find the route, the good route that will make you feel happy in life. Because marriage doesn't give you a certificate to heaven. So you don't rush into something that you don't even understand.
Okay.
Anyway, the video is ready. The main topic for which we are discussing this morning. Let's take a look and we will come back in studio.
Your husband cheated on you. That is the reason you left your home. Are you not funny? You are funny. You left your home, your matrimonial home, because your husband cheated on you outside. Not like you brought the woman home. You didn't see him with this woman. He didn't do it to your face. You were the one that was chewing around, and you chewed into his phone, and you saw what your eyes not supposed to see, and you packed your things and you left. This man is taking care of you. He's taking care of the kids. He's showing you love, like he shows you love. But because he is cheating or cheated on you, you decided to leave. How bad? You see that person that's advising you to leave, or that advised you to leave, that person does not like you. Tell me your husband is beating you, leave. Tell me he's not taking care of you or the children, he's not living up to his responsibility, I'll tell you, run. But not that he cheated on you. That is why you left him, or you are planning to leave him. It doesn't make sense. My darling, the grass is not greener on the other side. Don't let anybody deceive you. Yes, don't get me wrong. We still have good men that will not cheat, but it takes the grace of God. It takes the grace of God for a man not to cheat. Have you gone outside? Have you seen these girls outside?
And that's the question. Have you seen these girls outside?
Have you gone
Over
outside?
to you, sir.
I like that woman.
Oh, you do?
You like her?
Yes.
Is she real?
She's spoken, you know, what has to be spoken. That is the
Isn't
truth.
this giving the men the license to do whatever they want?
Well, cheating is a choice. Cheating is a choice. It depends on where you stand and what you see and what you want to do to pay back.
Are you saying that after cheating, there's a chance for remorse and forgiveness, and so you don't have to take the quick decision?
Exactly. That is why I'm saying that you need to know the person you are attached to.
Let's flip the coin. If this was a woman, you know,
I knew this is where
a
we're
woman
going.
who was a chronic cheat and does everything the man expects of her. So maybe the man expects her to be a good mother to the children, maybe cook his food, maybe take care of the house. She does all of that. And then he also goes about her phone or whatever and finds that she's cheating. Would you feel the same way, that, well, there's room for forgiveness and what was that? Remorse, right. Yeah. There's room for remorse and forgiveness, and so he must forgive each time, and then they keep going.
Yeah, so it's only in Africa, in most cases, in our traditional and cultural belief system, that you find women being pushed or being dumped or being trashed because they cheated. But you see, once we have come together as one people or a body, whatever is good for the goose must also be good for the gander. So if you the man, you want to be on top, let the woman too be on top. So in actual sense, if you feel that you are too human than the other, that is where the problems come. If you feel you are the man, as the head of the family, you have every right to cheat. The woman is also your support. So she also has every right to cheat. But the worst thing is that if a woman decides to cheat because you are cheating, man, you are not covered. Because women are naturally illogical.
Illogical?
Yes, they are illogical.
Which
they are
women?
not logical.
Which women?
Every woman.
So that includes Cookie and I. Illogical.
Yes.
What's the meaning of
What's
that?
the meaning?
Oh, you mean they are emotive?
No, they are illogical.
Okay.
So this is it.
I need to look up this word.
If I tell your name, please.
Cookie.
If I tell Cookie that I love her, the things that I'll tell her may not make sense, but she will believe it.
Oh.
I hope you understand.
I don't like the word.
So you mean we don't use our heads most of the time?
That is
we
what
use
I was
our
avoiding.
emotions.
Exactly.
I don't like it.
Okay, so help me use a better word.
I don't like it because illogical means like lacking sense or clear sound reasoning.
Yes, that is true. So if I tell you I love you now,
agree.
okay, so I'm going to explain.
Okay.
If I tell you I love you for like 2 or 3 weeks, it will sink.
If you tell a cat that it's a duck consistently for a year, the cat will wonder if it is a duck.
That's
Over
an
time,
animal.
wait, am I a duck? Why are they calling me a duck?
That's an animal. I'm looking at women from this point of view. So you back to our case. So our parents will say, "Ema penkwasiafo." Why that? Why that?
Because we don't use our heads most of the time.
Exactly.
We use our
You are
emotions.
listening to your emotions more than your head.
Okay, so what about this scenario where Rebecca, who is watching us on TV, says, honestly, I won't leave a man because he cheated. I've never done that. I will stay. Once he cares, treats me well, takes me out, buys me gifts, and looks after the home.
That is exactly what we have to do. In tree, Whatever thing that you do not see or feel does not affect you. It doesn't hurt you. You are in the relationship not as a CID. You are not there to be a probing officer. You are there to make peace and love with your partner.
But there are many times when women don't even go looking, or even men who are cheated on, they don't go looking for anything, but they just happen to find out. Somebody says something, or, you know, someone tells you, or you happen to see it, not because you were investigating or anything.
Yes, so lack of knowledge perishes the people. Now, we are acquiring more knowledge, more than the thermometer. People have degrees, more than the thermometer. But we are still perishing because the environment itself is polluting the system.
How so?
And so, yes, in those days when our parents married, there were men who could marry 10, 15, and their women were okay.
Because women back in the day were not financially empowered. And
knowledge was not abound in those days. Now knowledge abounds, and we are still perishing because the system has been polluted already. So whatever thing that...
Why are you calling this a pollution?
Yes, it's pollution.
If a woman is sleeping around and somebody draws the husband's attention, you say that's pollution?
Okay, so is that your concern? Must that be a concern for somebody to report you to your husband because you are cheating?
Anyway, we need you to be a part of this conversation as well. We are putting up the phone lines on the screen in a second, so you also get to be a part of this conversation. Call us and let us know what you make of this conversation, that if your husband provides everything in the world for you, makes you happy, takes you around, travels with you, takes care of the children, the school fees, everything, but he cheats on you every now and then, would you stay in the marriage or walk away? And if you have a wife who also makes you very happy, everything is intact at home, food is cooked, hot meals all the time, home is clean, everywhere spick and span, if she cheats on you every now and then, would you leave that marriage? That's the discussion on table right now as we celebrate love in a grand style tomorrow. New Day Love Express will be on tomorrow with the couples that we've selected from all the entries that we've gotten so far. Now I'm coming back to you guys. You didn't like the word illogical.
I could take it back if that's hurting.
If you make you
no,
feel more comfortable.
you are free to say anything.
Of course, it's you. It's the way you want to express.
Person,
exactly. So it's the way you want to express how you feel. So long and short of what you're saying is, if your man does all these for you and he cheats, don't go anywhere. Because
it doesn't guarantee anything. Because,
what about those who don't do anything and yet they are cheating? Because there are men who are not taking care of anything. They're not doing anything.
I want you to be clearer.
You know, so our scenario today is the man who does everything that you require and you find that he's unfaithful. But there are men also who do not do all the things they are required to do. There are men who actually rely on their women for financial security and all that, and yet they still cheat with their wife's money with other women.
Yes, so that's why I'm saying that cheating must be a personal conviction.
But you agreed with the lady saying that
you do not
a woman
have to
like that
leave
should
because,
stay. What about a woman with a man who's the exact opposite?
You should stay as well.
You should still stay with him and finance his cheating.
Yes.
Okay.
You see, it's a choice. You made it yourself, so you should be there.
There's a question coming from PK. PK says, celebrating the wife's birthday, Vivian Johnson in the Eastern region, says that, what if the cheating partner undertakes this, knowing that the wife is not emotionally strong to be able to accommodate it?
Yes, so you need to know the strengths and weaknesses of your partner. You understand? And life
I'm providing everything.
Yes.
I should still know that.
The fact that you provide everything doesn't mean you're a good communicator. The fact that you are providing everything doesn't mean that you give me peace of mind. The fact that you provide everything doesn't mean you are a good woman in bed or a good man in bed. It depends on what the man or the woman sees. Do you get it? So what I see is what I build my points on. So instead of making your weakness a strength, I decide to use your weakness to cheat.
We have a caller on the line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling us from. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Okay, so we've lost the caller. Back to you.
Yeah, so in football, there is a cooling break. I hope you know that.
Yes.
Cooling break.
Yeah,
yes.
cooling break,
If marriages had cooling breaks, do you know how many children would have come up?
Cooling breaks. What's cooling
Yes,
breaks?
cooling
If
breaks.
marriage had cooling
When there's a
breaks.
football competition or a game,
Yeah.
like the AFCON, there are times that you see cooling break because the weather is hot
Yes,
and all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But,
done in the
but
last-
that's what we are talking about.
in
You
the
take
World
the
Cup,
cooling
was-
breaks anyway. When you cheat, that's a cooling break for you.
That's what I'm saying. That if marriages are allowed for cooling breaks,
Do we know how many kids will come out?
Exactly.
That's why we find so many kids after the men
after
die.
death.
Yes. Salasi is, please hold on. Salasi is on the line. Salasi, good morning. Where are you calling us from? Salasi?
Hello.
Yes, Salasi. Good morning. Where are you calling us from?
Good morning. I'm calling from East Legon, Nigeria.
Okay, let's hear you.
All right. Roland Cookie now. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I'm a fan. I struggle to reach you all the time. I don't
We're
get
so
through.
sorry.
For the past 3 years, I don't happen to get through.
We're glad you're here today.
All right then. Roland, Bobu, I greet you specially.
Hey, Bobu, Bobu.
Bobu. Now,
Yes.
Cookie, where are you moving now to? I like the last part of the woman's statement. The street is very hot. You see those women out there? The street is very hot. So if your guy provides for you whatever you need to sustain your peace of mind, it's available. Where are you moving now to? When you move out, the next moment, somebody is stepping in.
Wow.
So if you don't want trouble, don't go looking for trouble. Don't go spying out as the resource. Don't become a CID. Just maintain and keep your peace of mind. I am a young guy. I'm not yet married anyway. I have a girlfriend, and I love my girlfriend. So I'll not bring my nonsense close to my girlfriend. Though I have other concubines out there, I'll never bring my nonsense close to her. But if you then go around checking my phone and looking out for things you don't have to see, then you are searching for trouble yourself.
Yeah.
So the street is hot. There are a lot of ladies there who are very single and want guys to marry them. And so if you're a woman and you think you are not comfortable and you want to move out, then you have your cake and eat it. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's very interesting how men think that there are no hot men out there.
Yeah.
This is their fine girls. I mean, there are hot men out there. Have you seen
Exactly.
the men these days?
Have you seen them?
Have you seen them?
Have you seen the men these days?
In the same
But
vein.
where is this whole gospel of the street is hot coming from?
No, which streets something we haven't heard about?
The one in Adrenegano. That's where he called from.
I feel we are not serious with marriage.
Yeah.
It's becoming more like a fashion.
I don't understand. So you're saying that
We are not
if we're
taking-
serious with it, we'll take it more serious.
Yeah,
Then
because
there will not be
But-
instances of cheating, and we will not be here discussing this if we
Right.
took marriage seriously.
Okay.
Because it's the fact that people think that, well, because you did this, I can do that. It's becoming a tit for tat relationship, and that shouldn't be.
Why not?
Because I should take you the way you are, so that you also take me the way I am. Then we build
What if
ourselves.
the way you are keeps changing?
That's what I'm saying.
Because
That
maybe when I married you, you were this way.
Yes.
And now you are another way. And I took what I married. Am I
I'm not
supposed
an
to
angel.
keep taking what you...
before he answers, we have one last caller.
What
on the
was
line.
the last caller?
I wish we had so much time
I
to pick the
know.
calls, but unfortunately, this is our last caller. Let's hear you. Good morning. Where are you calling us from, and what's your name?
I'm Mr. Blair calling from Pam.
Blay, shoot. Let's hear you.
Good morning to yourself and Roland. My first time calling TV3 and I'm true. I really thank God.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, I'm listening to the program, but what is there is we have two ways of whether you want to cheat or not. If a man cheats on a woman, one, the man is not doing the right thing in the first place, but that has a little impact. If a woman cheats on a man, assuming the woman has children or 2 children with the man, and goes out and cheats and becomes pregnant, will she stay in the marriage and give birth to the other person outside? But if the man cheats the same way, the child will be outside and probably the woman will do like, I'm not thinking so it doesn't hurt me. So then everything stays the way it is. So it's difficult for a woman to cheat and think it's okay. So that's my contribution.
I'm not sure I understood, but
Well, yeah.
I'm not sure I understood,
Yeah.
but it's okay. We don't
So
have much
Isaac
time for you to
Ban
explain.
says, for all the things as we've said, there should be the end result of cheating.
Yes.
What if it's the man or the woman? What's the end result? What's the
so
effect? So to
because there is a cause and effect to every every decision that a person takes. What was the cause? The cause was that the woman was not giving me peace of mind. The effect is that I cheated.
What is the meaning of give somebody peace of mind? How do you give somebody peace of mind?
We are building a home and not a house in a marriage or a relationship. So if I don't have a home to come to, it's not peace of mind. What is the meaning of that? Okay, so if I marry you, I'm expecting that I'm not going to use you as a slave. You should make the home your home. And so everything that I imagine to come home to see must be there when I come home. So if I come home to see, everything thrown, ajar,
is that assuming that you have a housewife or?
It depends.
Okay.
So if I marry a housewife, she will be doing the house chores.
Okay.
If you marry a businesswoman, you should be expecting that you get a business effect in the marriage. So you choose what you want to have. Whatever you choose, the effect is what you receive. And so you do not cheat because your wife is a banker who goes to work at 8 and come back at 5. And you say because there is no food in the house, you are cheating.
Don't come home
they don't come home at 5.
Thank you.
By 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock,
so
that's
when is she coming to the office
cook
for you to eat? So if you are a man in this relationship, you should be able to adjust to suit the timing of your wife. But don't say because your wife comes home at 10, you are going out to cheat.
You cited an example earlier, which I thought was important.
Yes.
You spoke about children
Yes.
and how, you marry a woman who looks a particular way, and then 2-3 years down the line you have a child, and then maybe her body looks different, and then that can be upsetting. You cited that example earlier. You cited that example earlier. It is something that we hear very often from men, like we hear that a lot. You got married and now we This is one of the problems that a lot of couples would experience. What advice do you give to men who experience this with their wives?
So what I normally say is that and we do not take certain things into consideration. It happens anyway, though, but there are most times that you could have people in the family that you could trace.
So you should go and look at them to see how your wife will look like.
We always, this is something that was done in the past.
I thought you were going to say that, childbirth affects a woman.
It doesn't.
So it doesn't.
My wife has given birth to 3 children and she's like a 15-year-old.
Yes, but that is your wife's physical makeup.
I'm telling you that, you see, women fail to learn in marriages. And that is what caused them
to grow fat.
There are some who have anatomically, they have that tendency to be fat.
There's a genetic something.
Exactly.
Yes.
So if you do not know as a man and it comes up, you may cheat. But if you know that is the genes in your wife, you would also draw a shadow that could suit her biggin to say. I hope you get it. So all of this is here. That is why the first thing I said is that, what do you want? Are you looking for a woman? Are you looking for a girl? Or are you looking for a wife? That should be your question. So if you want a woman, look for a woman. If you want a girl, look for a girl. If you want a wife, look for... They are all in the street. But we do not see.
The street is hot.
The street is hot with all these, ladies around. Okay. So look for what you have, what you want, and get it.
All right. Life coach, we thank you so much for coming this morning. This conversation is going to go on for a very long time on social media.
I have a headache.
Keep your comments coming. The hashtag is TV3 New Day. And I'm sure we'll continue tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow when the couples come, we'll throw this question on the table. Also, we would want to pick their minds on this one. So this conversation will definitely continue tomorrow. So it's Love Express, the Valentine Love Express here on TV3 New Day tomorrow. It's our special Valentine's Day edition of TV3 New Day. Please make sure you do not miss it at all.